Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. My name is Ngalo J. I hope everybody is doing okay. Today is the day you're going to have a chat with the consular officer to get your DV visa, right? So in today's video, I'm just going to go through the process, what happens at the embassy or the consular section where your interview is going to take place. So first things first, you arrive before your time. It's always good to arrive there early enough, to leave your house early enough, right? So that traffic should not block you on the way. So you get to the embassy. Outside the building, they do checks, they remove your documents. In fact, you need to remove everything from your bag, from your pockets, everything, because they need to search you. And then you get inside, you meet the security check. They make sure that actually you have an appointment that day. So they'll make you to check to see that you have an appointment. You keep away anything that you are not going to use for the interview. Anything that does not concern your interview items or documents, you have to leave that away. Your phones, your watches, any other miscellaneous that you brought, you leave it there. Then they are going to give you folders where you need to classify your documents. And usually these folders, they have a number on them and they will tell you where to wait. So it really depends on the structure, organization of the embassy where you're going to have your interview. So when your number is due, they are going to call you inside, and the first person that you will have to approach, that you have to meet, is one of the workers of the embassy. And this is not the consular officer yet, okay? So she'll call you to bring up your documents. She may ask you one or two questions, or she may just collect the documents. And then you take your fingerprints. Then she'll ask you to go and pay the visa fee. So when you pay, they'll ask you to wait for your turn for the interview, right? So the interview will be done by a consular officer who is an American that has been sent to work in that embassy. And when it's your turn, so it usually takes, so from the time she takes your document to the time the officer calls you, depends now on your case, on your situation. So if you're single, your case is very easy, right? So it will just take them some few minutes, like 15, 20, maximum 30 minutes to go through your documents, because your own stuff too will not be too much. But now if you are a family, you're married, having so many children, yours will take a longer time, okay? So it's just logical that it should be that way. So you wait and they will call you. The consular officer will call you at the window where your interview is going to take place. So you go and stand, and you have to swear, right? So you take an oath that everything that you're saying there is the truth, right? And then you people will start the discussion. So they usually start by congratulating you for winning the DV lottery. And I tell you, you realize that all that stress that you even had, man, the thing will just be going away, because the way they will receive you, you are going to feel like it's not that, complicated the way you were thinking, making the film in your head, right? So, and then the questions now, the kind of questions he's going to ask you now, will also depend on your case. So the questions are not the same, but generally, they may ask you when you had your A-level, or when you had your first degree. In fact, I cannot really give you with exactitude the question that they are going to ask you, but it just depends on what you have in your DS-260 form and what you have brought to the interview, right? So it is from there that they are going to ask you questions. So in a nutshell, what am I trying to say? I'm just trying to say that you should know from the documents and everything that you've filled, you should try to know the dates and the occurrence of the events that you have put in your application. For example, you should know the dates that you had your high school certificate, the dates that you had your bachelor, if you do have, the date that you started working, the name of where you are working, you know, all those small things. That is if you are even single. Now, if you are married, you need to know the information of your spouse, right? Yes, you should not come with somebody you don't even know where he was born or where she was born or when she was born. So you need to know their date of birth. If you have kids, you need to know their date of birth. Please, I'm saying this ones especially to the fathers, right? Because mothers, for us, is natural. We know the date of birth of our children, but the fathers at times they get confused, especially when they have many. Yeah, so you try to master their date of birth, place of birth, some kind of events. Because, for example, in some of your pictures, you have pictures in different events. You can just pick one and then ask you. And then you are like confused, so it will not be very good. So at least put pictures that you have memories that you can remember on which event or on which occasion you people took the pictures, and just those kind of small stuff. So that is what concerns you, your education, professional, and then if you're a family person, your family life. So you have to know those questions. And then now for the person who is going to host you in the United States, you should know the states where you're going, actually the name of the person with whom you are going to live, Kamem, and other small stuff, maybe what he does, because those are the kind of small questions that they are going to ask you. So it's not something too complicated and too cumbersome. You realize that all the questions that they are going to ask you, you have answers to them. So you just give them the answers and try to be as brief as possible, just straight to the point. Okay? Yes. Or if you need to elaborate, just elaborate a little bit. Don't go and be telling a very long story, because you can go into a story to make it so long, and from there they ask you a kind of question that can make you get blocked instead, right? So basically that is what happens. And then if your medicals are okay, you have all the documents that he needs, everything is in place, then you're gonna get your visa. Okay, he's going to tell you that, okay, congratulations, that you have to come this day, this time, to come and pick up your passport and your visa. They will give you back your original documents. Then you go home and call that they should start cooking the traditional meals that you love eating, right? Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's what happens. Now, what I want to add to this is that please go to your embassy with all confidence, especially when you have all your documents, okay? Go with all confidence that you're going to get your visa. Confide everything in the hands of God the Almighty. That is my belief. Confide everything in the hands of God the Almighty, and you are going to get your visa. Remember, they are the ones that said you should play the TV, and now you won, so you are just going to get your visa. They just want to verify that it's you and that it's you are healthy. In fact, you don't have those kind of sicknesses that can eliminate you. You don't have some kind of criminal background. So there is nothing to worry about. So just be confident, have faith in God, and everything is going to be all right. I wish you good luck. Hoping to see you next time. Remain blessed.